Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue on with our efforts in getting that brass collar out of Brian's car and putting that turbo back on. But right now I have to go over to Lowe's and actually grab a little Dremel bit to be able to cut off one of his manifold studs, and we're actually going to take Skyla, which is way over there. So let's get going. So if you own a car with a wing and you live in apartments and you don't put your trash right on the back of the wing so it doesn't fall off so you can take it over to the dumpster over there, you're doing it wrong. One day I'm gonna fix that horrible squeak. I think I have a crack in the manifold or one of the gaskets pushed out because I completely did my downpipe over again where I put a new gasket on it and I checked all the bolts and gaskets on the rest of the exhaust and I still can't find that squeak. So I think it has to do something with my manifold. Definitely not a belt because I already retraced all the belts to make sure they were all good to go. So, gotta love 90s cars. If you guys want a 90s car, I'm telling you, you're gonna run into a bunch of problems. But anyways, I'm rambling on. Let's get over to Lowe's. By the way, guys, if you're not following my TikTok, go follow it. It's th_mailman, and I do live videos just like this all the time, and I get on and do things about Skylines and a bunch of other things. So make sure you guys definitely go follow that if you have a TikTok. We have arrived at Lowe's. Let's go get that tool. Mission success. Waiting on the retune, so we're currently not running as much boost, but we'll do a baby pull. Alright, so now that we've got our cutting wheel and the Dremel that we need, what we're going to do is, you guys can look closely, there are some square tops on these studs. Well, those square tops are actually a little too long, so when the turbo sits down, the square tops actually hit the turbo. They don't really do anything. The only thing I could really see them doing is allowing the bolt to go on and have somewhere stable to hold before it gets, you know, screwed down. But like I said, that's really the only thing I see. So we're gonna nick these off, and hopefully that's enough clearance. I don't want to actually cut into the threads, because if we start cutting into threads, I feel like that could mess up some things. So let's try to cut off these tops, and then from there we'll see. Just like that, we got all the squares cut off. All I'm going to do now is I'm probably going to polish these around or shave these around to where whenever we go to put the bolts on, it's not going to be any kind of interference with them. You ready?
What's up, bub? Ready?
My bad.
I saw you. Oh yeah. Way better.
Yeah. Alright, so if you missed our last episode of us tearing down into this 240, we pretty much had one of the brass collars break down here to the oil feed line. Don't know if you guys can see it right there. To the oil feed line for the turbo. However, when we went to go extract the brass collar, the extractor actually broke inside of it. So we're going to attempt to extract the extractor. If that doesn't work, we're gonna have to drain the oil and then pretty much run or re-drill that hole and then tap it for a new thread, and then hopefully we'll be able to put an AN fitting in it and then run it to the turbo. So, but we're gonna try to drill this small hole into it and then get an extractor in there. Alright guys, so pretty much we've came to the analysis that we can't drill into the extractor right now. And the other thing we thought about too is the extractors, the way they're set up is they're, when you put an extractor in, you actually turn it to the left all the way until it's so tight to where the bolt will break loose to the left like it's supposed to. Well, if we tried to put an extractor on another extractor, then it won't do anything but tighten that extractor that's already stuck. And I know that's very confusing to sound like. So what we're gonna go do is we're gonna go get a cordless Dremel. We're gonna go get some metal cutting bits. Yep. And what our plan is to do is we actually wanna sit there and try to Dremel a smaller hole inside of that extractor, tap a drill bit into it, and then turn it to the right and see if we have enough give to break that extractor loose. We're also gonna grab some liquid cutting metal or metal cutting liquid and some PB Blaster, and hopefully those chemicals will kind of help give some less resistance to those bolts and stuff like that. So we're on the way to Lowe's for like the 18th freaking time in town, but it is what it is. Mistakes happen, and I would rather fix this engine than trying to pay somebody thousands of dollars to fix a darn bolt that we messed up on. So, but yeah. So this is a learning curve for you, though.
It really is.
But anyways, we're on the way, and we'll update you guys once we get everything. Trip number 2. Eat. Alright guys, so we just got back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spray some PB Blaster over onto the brass collar area, or where the extractor is broken. That way we can try to give it some, or have some give on the threading when we actually go to take it off. While Brian does that, we're actually gonna turn around and we're charging the Dremel. Even though it's pretty much fully charged, we're gonna make sure that it is completely charged. So we're charging it through my car. Once we let that PB Blaster sit for 10 minutes, we should be good to go. Hopefully this works. This would be the easiest solution possible. If it doesn't, then we're gonna have to bore this out and rethread it, which is our last option. I really hope we don't have to do that, but we'll see. 240 problems, right? Bro, you should have just got a Skyline. Solve all your problems.
I know.
Okay, so right now I'm actually uploading some YouTube videos while, oh, your hood is flapping like a flag.
Yes, it is.
But I'm uploading some YouTube videos for you guys right now. We just sprayed PB Blaster about 10 minutes ago. And Brian, are you ready to do this?
I am. I'm so ready.
Well, that didn't last very long. I think it's dead. That's definitely, red means no good. Red is dead.
No good. It's dead. Yep.
Just like this freaking car. You've been a bad girl. Look at this man, guys, by the way. This guy has one jack holding, oh, hey, my drill. This guy has one jack holding up the whole car. You're a very risky biscuit kind of guy.
Yeah, that's how we roll around these parts.
Those 2 black jacks down there that you see, yeah, those aren't holding anything. They're just floating. What is this, like round 4?
More like round 10.
Yeah. So we finally got the battery charged, guys, and the plan of attack now is to hopefully get this thing situated where we can start dremeling into her and getting this thing extracted, but we'll see. Dude, you don't even have like a hole for your freaking...
Nope. Just get it in.
Darn junk box, bro.
240 life.
Alright guys, so sadly right now we are fighting with this Dremel charging and staying charged for a good amount of time. So at the moment we're gonna kind of pause it here. It's starting to get dark, and we're gonna come back again. So be prepared for a part 3 of rebuilding, or I shouldn't say rebuilding, but fixing Brian's Drift 240 SX. Like I said, guys, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Make sure you go down and subscribe. It really helps. Push that bell icon if you want notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video.